What up, Bo? Alright, so this is a topic that I feel like is a need, a must in the high school world. Let's talk about it. Alright, so I get this a lot. It's gonna be raw and uncut. It's just my opinion. Honestly, it's just my opinion. Everybody entitled to their own opinion. For me, doing this for like what, over 5 years, I definitely need to hit this topic. Definitely. So when it comes to high school sports, like the whole athletic clubs, is videographers important in high school? What you think? It shouldn't be no thinking because and yes. We are definitely important. We're here to help the athlete, the parents, the coaches, and we also helping ourselves. And no, not just the money. It's just exposure for everybody. My purpose is much bigger. You know, I know what I supposed to charge because we do a lot, man. I mean, we do a lot when it comes to the whole process. From being there from 2 to 3 hours at a game, sometimes 4 to 5. Just recording, editing, putting it like it's a whole nother story. But anyway, but yeah, man, my whole mission really is to help these kids, but in the process I can't do it for free. Back in my day, around 2000s, I graduated 2003, '03. So yeah, I'm in the 40 club. I made it. I made it. But anyway, man, I always wish I had that person. I had my highlights, man. That I felt that back then we didn't have a cameraman. We didn't have a cameraman or a videographer. We always had that one coach or that one volunteer at school who got their camcorder way up in the bleachers and just recorded. No good quality. You couldn't tell who was who unless you knew the position. I mean, looking back at it now, that it was horrible. But back then you couldn't tell us nothing because when film day came, we were like, oh, wow, like it is so. And I felt like we had a lot of good athletes back then, and I feel like if they had more footage and social media being what it's been, there's so many players that would have chances to just take it to the next level, you know. But now, listen, now you got so many videographers and photographers out here it's ridiculous. You got so much like tools that can help you, like from phones to GoPros to DJIs to actual camcorders to drones, like to meta glasses. Like you can pretty much get content of your athlete. The reason why I say use a videographer because you want to take the guesswork out of it. Because just speaking of myself, and I'm pretty sure any other videographer that's in this field, they know the game. They know what these college coaches are looking for. They know, exactly how to position themselves on the field, right? It's a good investment to get you a videographer to capture those moments so you can enjoy the game and have a peace of mind that your kid gonna have highlights to where they can actually show college coaches. And like I said, that's my whole mission because like I said back in the day, I wish I had a camera person because I feel like I could have took my football career to the next level. I just didn't have any good tapes, you know what I mean? But kudos to my high school coach though for trying. Parents, hate to say it, nowadays you have to be your kid's agent, like for real. A lot of these schools really don't care, and like I said, I'm not speaking for every school. I'm speaking on like from experience. I done seen where all coaches care about is wins, and they can care less if you go, to the next level, And honestly, even though I want to put it on the coach, it is what it is, because nowadays we got all access to college coaches. Honestly, if I was a parent, I'm automatically hiring me a videographer day one. Matter of fact, you going to a couple of practice. I'm gonna need one practice a week, game, private workouts, weight room. I need it all. I need all the footage. You got a college that's probably gonna be 80, probably what, 40 to 80 to 100,000, some of them, right? And you done invested, let's say 5,000, 10,000 in a videographer for his high school career, right? So that $10,000 that you spent while he or she was in high school, now they going to school for free. So that $80,000 college done went down. So pretty much you done saved $70,000 from that $10,000 investment. Now on top of that, you get NIL deals. You winning. You won. Like you won. Point blank, you won. You know? That's why I say it's important, man. You know, videographers in this high school realm is very important. Even before high school, middle school, elementary school, all these AAUs, like, you want your kid to be seen. Now, not to knock the schools. Hold on, I got a little sleep in my eye. Now, not to knock the content that the schools get, right? It's cool and everything. It's cool. They're getting everything that you need. But to put it on Huddle, a lot of that footage is trash. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. A lot of that Huddle footage is trash. Yeah, I don't know why these schools didn't upgrade to a 4K type resolution. I think can zoom in, and it just sucks. You know what I mean? It's just my opinion. It sucks. Some of it useful, but some of it sucks. Let's call it what it is. But yeah, man, parents, just get. I feel like I said, it's an investment. You know, if you believe in your kid, I feel that you'll get that money back 10 times. You know, you'll get that money back 10 times. Invest now and watch your return, because all you're doing is marketing your. Listen, the name of the game today is marketing. It's a lot of money out here to be made. Today's game is marketing. You have to market yourself. You're a brand now. You actual brand, because all these NIL deals and all these players moving around, you have to look at yourself as a brand. I hate, time after time again, I see so many players and so many parents don't take advantage of all the resources that they have surrounding them in a city. It ain't but we can do. We can't give away our services for free. You see what I'm saying? Like, I understand, you know, some of you may not have it, you know, and that's cool. You know, no love lost. You know, I know sometimes you may be a little pricey. Honestly, I'm not pricey. Like, the prices I give y'all out there, man, hey, listen. You go to Florida, you go to another parts of Georgia, you go to California, you go to Texas. Man, these videographers making about $500 per game player. It ain't nothing compared to what I'm charging. I charge chump change compared to them, because I got a vision. My vision is to help these kids go as far as they can with nothing holding them back, not even footage. And that's what I want to bring to the table. I want to bring the best package for a player, so it can be the deciding factor if that player go to college or that player just stay home. But best believe that footage is going to help these players out. I just wish that every high school, I know up top do, you know, I know certain cities, certain states got their own media team, you know, and we got some media teams around here, but I feel like they don't do a good job. You know, I'm like I said, I'm honest, and I feel like a lot of media teams for these high schools don't do a good job in like focusing on these athletes. You know, more can be done. I put it that way. More can be done. And I feel like even if you don't like put a videographer on a contract deal, you know, create a position in the school. And I know what y'all gonna say, the teachers and principals. Some of y'all will say, well, athletics ain't important. It's all about the education, blah, blah. Listen, I'm not against education at all. And you're totally 100% correct. Education before anything. Point blank, period. But athletics should be second. You know, they need resources as well. You know, there should be a budget for a media team or a budget for a videographer. These players deserve to at least have a fighting chance. You know, like I said, I wish that I had that chance back in the day. You know, I know my parents would have, you know, spread that money. I know they would. Here you go, here you go. Probably would have locked them down for the whole season, even traveling, you know, because they believed in me. You know, we just didn't have the resources. You know, we didn't have the resources. But that's either here or there. That's why I'm here today, to go through what I went through, to help the new generation out. I'm still hip to the game. Nothing changed. Age changed, but it's the same old game. Hold on. Age changed. It's the same old game. The same old game. The age just changed. All right, y'all ain't ready for that. But anyway, all right, so listen. Again, do I think videographers are important in high school athletics? Yes. The answer is yes. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment down there. And let me know, you think it's important, or you think forget sports. It is what it is. They get it how they get it. All right, Bo, I'm out of here. Till next time.